All right, good evening, cyber friends. This the Mitty Man coming at you again from Walk Studio, like here Studio B. And we want to say, as usual, we thank God for the journey. Thank Him for another day's journey. Thank Him for life, health, and strength. And thanking Him also for each and every one of you, cyber friends. You know who you are. And we want to give a shout out to each and every one of you, the support that you give to old Mitty Man through and through. And we don't take it for granted. We thank all of you, every one of you. Sister Jackie, Sister Jennifer, Brother Hammond Man, all of the ones that have been so diligently by the side of old Mitty Man all these many months and years. As a matter of fact, old Brother Hammond Man, me and Hammond Man been on the internet. Matter of fact, we've been buddies on the internet for about as long as I've been on the internet. And I got on the internet, I believe it was back in 1998. I first got my first personal PC. It was in going up to the Christmas of '98, and I was playing at Mount Calvary Missionary Baptist Church at that time. I had been there, I think, about a couple of years when I first got my first PC. And back then, the PC I had was on the top of the shelf, and it wasn't but about a 266 megahertz. So y'all can realize how long ago that been. But me and old brother Hammer Man been buddies ever since then, and we are yet hanging in there. So that going to show you that there are some people that came to stick with you through and through. Everybody, y'all, is not meant to be with you for a long season. Some people just come into your life for a moment. Matter of fact, I learned that from brother T.D. Jakes. He did a sermon about that. He said most people don't. Everybody that comes in your life doesn't come there always for to stay, to be a long period of time, but just to carry you through a season. They there for that reason and that reason only. Then they once they do what they accomplish what they have come to do, then they go along. So don't feel bad about people once they come into your life, and you might like them. It's like a lot of people that have come into my life. In these last 3 years, I done had a lot of doctors and nurses that have come into my life that I really just crazy about them for the care that they have given me. But guess what? It is for this season. Some of them done moved on. Some of them I haven't heard from. But then there are some that I'm still yet connected to. And that's fine and well and good, because I'm still crazy about my angels of Cordelia. Oh yeah, my angels of Cordelia. Jessica, Aaron, Whitney, Karen, Taylor. I call them my angels from Cordele, Georgia. Yes, they are. I hope that we never really separate as far as knowing each other, being close and connected together. But guess what? We know that they came to me. God sent them to me for this purpose, to get me well, and they have done just that. Cause I'm practically almost well in that left leg, that right leg. That right leg was saved by the power of God and by the people that He used to do it with. One of them was Dr. Fuller in Tipton, Georgia, that gave me my vascular surgery that I needed so much to get that blood flowing to that foot. And see, y'all, I dealt with gangrene 3 times. Doctor told me himself that I am one of the very few that could survive that 3 times. You don't do that. But see, thank God for His grace and mercy. So you see, folks, like I said in this video, don't entertain foolishness. This is how come I'm telling everybody tonight with fever, with very great fever, I'm telling you this here. And great flames, I'm telling you this here. Don't entertain people's foolishness, because you don't have enough time to deal with that kind of mess. In other words, you shake it off and move on. I put a post up on Facebook concerning this. Don't entertain foolishness. Let people go. Shake it off and move on. You ain't got time. There isn't enough time in a day to deal with people and their foolishness. A fool and his folly will get you in a whole bunch of trouble. You better leave it alone. So, many men have decided that I'm going to enjoy myself. If you don't want to enjoy yourself, that's on you. You're not going to make me have a miserable life because you choose to have a negative attitude and a negative outlook on life, and then you want to bring all that poison and dump it on me for me to ingest it, because middleman is not going to do it. Now, if you don't want to be satisfied and happy with your life, you're going to be by yourself. Most people that ain't going nowhere, they want you to go with them. I don't want to go there. I'm not doing that. And I advise all of you, my cyber friends, please don't get caught up in that mess. Do not entertain a fool in his folly, because you'll get caught up in it. And you'll be worse off than you was in the beginning. Don't do it. Learn. Find you something constructive to do. And then put your hand and be busy doing that. I mean, I didn't want to write a book, y'all. I had no intentions in the world of writing a book. But there were other people, Barney was one of them, telling me I should write a book. And then I got to listen to certain people that were telling me to do that. And so I decided, I said, well, I'm going to try it. And guess what? Once I started it, I had some problems in the beginning, but I kept on working. And eventually, the book came into fruition. Now, I'll imagine, I'm not saying it's the great best New York bestseller of all time. No. But that's not the point. But at least I did get something done. I got a book, and it's published, and make me a published author. Not only do I have one, I got an ebook that followed that as well. Why? Because I refuse to take part in people in their foolishness. Do not take part in a fool in their folly, because you're going to get caught up, my brothers and sisters. So like I said, let it go. Let it go. Don't take part in their mess. You people get you in a mess, you're going to be in a mess. And I mean a big one. Because a lot of times we get involved in stuff that we don't even know nothing about. We don't even know the half of it, but yet it's still people try to pull you in it and make you mad at folks. Middleman, I told y'all 3 years ago, those of you that are local, you know what I'm talking about, because I had a lot of people at my appreciation back in 2018 at the Pleasant Grove AME Church, where I played on the third Sunday. And they gave me a program the year I got sick. In 2018, that October, they gave me a program. And I told everybody, and I meant it, Middleman ain't mad at nobody. Now, if you mad, that's on you. I don't have that mad dog syndrome. In other words, just because I'm mad, I want everybody to get mad. See, that's where a lot of us are. Well, just because we are mad at somebody, we want everybody to be mad at them. But Middleman ain't mad at nobody. If you ain't done nothing to me, I'm not mad at you. And guess what? Even if you do something to Middleman, I might get mad today, but I'm gonna let that mess go tomorrow, because I'm not gonna let that junk make me bitter and stop my blessing coming from the Lord, because I'm trying to fool with a fool and their folly. Don't deal with a fool and their folly unless you be like them. So like I said, my cyber friends, all of you who are close to me, man, please don't get caught up in a fool and his folly. Don't let it happen. And like I say, don't, and I keep telling y'all this here, and I mean this, don't run behind folks, y'all. I done told you. Jesus didn't do it. And if Jesus didn't run behind people, neither should we. I told you, read John 6:66. Where all of the disciples that they were following him, they all left. Jesus looked at the 12 and said, y'all want to go too? That's what Jesus said. So in other words, Jesus didn't run behind them. Oh, y'all, where you going? Please don't leave me. Jesus said, go on. In other words, when you leave me, you'll open the door for somebody else better to come into my life. So in other words, you're doing me a favor when you leave. My great-grandmama, God bless her, she died when in 1985. I was a junior at my senior college at Berry College in Rome, Georgia. And my great-grandma passed away. She was in Cleveland, Ohio at that time. And she always used to tell me this here. And don't get offended, y'all, when I say it, but I got to tell you the truth. She always used to say, your ass look better going than you did coming. So in other words, I just said it just the way she told me when I was growing up. I didn't understand what she meant when she first told me that. But oh, brother, as I grew up, I came to know exactly what she talking about you look better going than you did coming. When people come, we got different people, like T.D. Jakes said. We got people that comes into our life only for a season. Then we got people that are there for the long haul. Now I'm just making an example. Like me and Hammerman, we've been friends on the net for over 20 some odd years. About 23 years, because we became friends in 98 when I first got on the internet. And look here, it's 2021 now. And we are yet connected. Those are people that are with you for the long haul. But then now I got others that are no less my buddies and no less I call them friends to this day. But guess what? We had different paths. We had different things. Like I said, it ain't that they were not my friend, but they just came into my life for a season. Matter of fact, my brother JT. Y'all know JT. Me and JT is just much buddies today as we ever were. But we got similar things. We doing similar things. And a lot of times we can't connect the way we want to do. But every now and then I drop old JT a line. He responds back to me just as usual. It doesn't mean that those people that are not connected with you every day, it doesn't mean that they don't still think about you or maybe not care about you. But it's just that they came into your life and you was in their life for that particular season that you were put there for. And after you fulfilled that, you moved on. That's what I learned from T.D. Jakes years ago. He taught this here. Some of y'all probably have heard the same sermon that I heard. But I learned that because we think that everybody's supposed to just stick with us. But no. My brothers and sisters, people come into your life. God sends you people that you need for a season. He don't send them to stay always. But it's just for a certain amount of time. And then they got to move on. Y'all might become acquainted. And you might be acquainted for years and years and years. But it ain't like that you connect every day. You know, because really truly, even to your real good close friend and your close buddy, you don't connect with them every day. It's something wrong with that. It ain't nothing wrong with checking on your buddy to see how they doing, your buddy or your girlfriend or whatever that might be. You got girlfriends, you got guy friends and everything. It ain't no harm in checking on them, see how they doing and everything, but give them a break sometime. Amen. Give them, if you know they're okay, give them a break every now and then. Don't be the type of person that everybody got to pat you on your head and back every day to make you feel worthy. You should feel worthy even without that. In other words, don't fool with a fool and his father, y'all. That's Middleman's take for the day, for the night rather. And I want to say that I'm heavily into the music scene right now, and I'm not doing a book right now. I'm not working in a book right now. I'm heavily into the music scene. I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row to get music production going in the way I want it to go. I'm doing pretty good with song. My songwriting is coming along. It could be better if I put more time into it. And I want to also let my cyber friends let you know, those of you that are in the inner circle, that I am back studying the guitar again. I was studying the guitar, and I was with this online site called Guitar Tricks, and they are very good, and their customer service is outstanding. And matter of fact, I got one of the instructors on there that I have really came to be very fond of over the years. She have helped me a whole lot. Her name is Karen Armstrong. She's one of the instructors at Guitar Tricks. Very awesome. She can play very well and very knowledgeable of that instrument. So I am glad to be back with them, and so I'm looking forward to being better, y'all, because I know as a musician, and as a music major, I know that the more that you study, the better that you become. The more you practice, good practice makes good progress. Not bad practice, but good practice makes good progress. So we got to go and we got to put in the work. You know, the only time that work come before success, or I should say success come before work, is in the dictionary. That's the only place success come before work. So we got to put our work in. So with that said, this is Mitty Man saying until the next video, next Bible study, whichever come first. Whatever you get into. If God is not in it, please, ma'am, please, sir, come on out of it, because it's going to come to nothing. Till the next time, this is Mitty Man saying peace and good evening.